All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the GTREND Spot automated trading system. We're going to figure out if something that seems this powerful can actually be easy to use. Let's dive in.
You know, when you think about automated trading, it's easy to picture these crazy complex dashboards, a million different settings, and just a massive learning curve. It can honestly feel a little intimidating just trying to figure out where to even start.
But what if I told you that to get this entire powerful system up and running, it all boils down to just this single number?
Yup, 1. That's it. Just a single input is all it takes to put this incredibly smart algorithm into motion.
And that really gets to the core philosophy of this system, what we're calling the simple start. It's all about getting you from zero to trading with as little friction as possible.
So what is that one magic setting? Well, it's called max_investment_ for this pair. And all it is you telling the system, hey, here's the total budget you can play with for this coin. That's it. Think of it like putting gas in the car. You're just telling it how much fuel it has to work with.
And that's the key, right? It really is just 2 simple steps. You set your total investment, you press start, and that's it. The algorithm just takes over from there, using its own super smart, optimized settings for everything else.
Okay, but what happens when you get comfortable? What if you want a little more control? Well, that brings us to the next layer of the system, adding your own personal touch through some optional fine-tuning.
First up for optional settings, we've got something called bullets. This is where you tell the system how many smaller buy orders you want it to make. So instead of buying everything at once, it can average out your price by buying into dips. It's a classic technique called dollar cost averaging, and this is your control for it. Next, there's BEP take profit. The easiest way to think about this is your main profit goal. It sets the absolute minimum percentage gain the system has to see before it automatically closes out the entire trade for a win. So to make that super clear, let's say you set BEP take profit to 0.5. The system knows, okay, my job is to close this trade the second the price hits just 0.5% above our average buy-in price. It's really that straightforward. Now, this next one, this is where things get really clever. Gain partial. This setting actually lets the system sell off little pieces of your position for a profit, even if your overall trade is currently down. It's designed to constantly be locking in these small wins along the way. So you've got these optional settings, but how do they help you? Well, that bullet setting in particular is how you start to align the system's behavior with your own personal trading style. It's like your personality dial. Your choice for bullets pretty much maps directly to one of 3 core trading styles. If you set a lower number, something like 10 to 20, you're telling it to be a swing trader. That middle range, that's for a more balanced approach. And if you crank it way up, 36 or more, you've just turned the system into an active scalper. So what's the real difference? Well, a swing style with fewer bullets means the system is going to make bigger, less frequent trades, trying to catch those larger market moves. On the other hand, a scalping style with way more bullets does the opposite. It makes tons of tiny, rapid-fire trades to profit from all the little ups and downs. But, and this is so important to remember, all of this customization is totally optional. You do not need to touch the bullet setting to get going. The algorithm is smart enough to use fantastic defaults right out of the box. Okay, so we've seen the controls on the dashboard, but what's actually happening inside the engine? Let's pop the hood for a second and see how this automation really works its magic. So, when you choose your number of bullets, when you're basically picking your trading style, what is the algorithm actually changing behind the scenes to make that happen? And here it is. This is the secret sauce. This table shows that your bullet setting directly tells the algorithm which time frame to analyze. A low bullet count for swing trading makes it look at the big picture, the daily charts. A high bullet count for scalping, that tells it to zoom all the way in and focus on the 1-minute charts. It automatically adapts its entire perspective based on your choice. I mean, think about how powerful that is. Your one simple choice of a trading style gives the algorithm a complete game plan. It tells it how to view the market, what data to focus on, and how often it should be making moves. And that really captures the entire design philosophy here. You start with the beautiful simplicity of just one setting. Then, as you get more confident, you can start to express your own trading style, all while the automation engine handles all the complex stuff for you.
So there you have it, an automated system that's simple enough to start in seconds, but deep enough to customize to your exact personality. Now that you know how it all works, the only real question left is, what kind of trader will you be?